What's up, beloved? I know that all of you at some point or another, you've had some salt. You've either had some salt on your food or you had to deal with some salty folk. You know, sometimes salty people can cause you a lot of issues. But the Bible admonishes us to be the salt of the earth. So guess what? Being salt means, number one, we have to be faithful. We have to be faithful to God, faithful in the sense that despite what culture says is good, that culture says is okay, as believers, as being salt of the earth, we've got to be faithful to God over culture. As salt of the earth, when we get in the midst of any situation, we are change agents. Salt has a way of changing the taste. Salt has a way of making a difference when you sprinkle it or when you cook with it. It changes the taste of what you're eating. That's how you have to be as a believer. When you're faithful and when you're flavorful, you can change situations. You got to be so strong in your walk with God, so potent in your living for God that you change situations when you walk in. So you'll start discovering that you're being real salty as a saint is when you start coming around people who are not really saintly and they get uncomfortable when you are around. Don't you feel uncomfortable, but you ought to rejoice because you know then you're being a difference maker. So you got to be faithful. You have to be flavorful, but then be fruitful. Always be in a position where you are willing to be that person to stay consistent with God. Because watch this. If salt is not doing what it's supposed to do, it's good for nothing. If you leave salt on the table too long, it will lose its ability to make a difference. Be the salt of the earth like God commanded us to do. So what? Be faithful, be flavorful, and be fruitful. And then you can be a difference maker. But watch this. Before I go, if you got high blood pressure, don't sprinkle that salt. I'm talking about being salt saints. That's the difference. So don't say the preacher's telling you to sprinkle that salt, because I'm not. Don't sprinkle that salt. You got hypertension for all of those who are very sophisticated. But for other people, I'm talking about the folk with high blood. God bless you. See you. Peace. Love you.